The Eurozone continues to be blighted by unemployment. According to Eurostat, the region's unemployment rate was 11.8% in March. However, the UK seems to be doing a lot better with an unemployment rate at 6.9% with more than 30.2 million people in work. It seems jobs are back on the agenda and KPMG and REC have some important new research out. I sat down with Stephen Barker from KPMG to talk about the research.
But quite clearly, companies are having to be pragmatic, and if they can't get the skills they want as permanent labour, they're having to get at them as temporary labour. I think part of it is also to do with labour mobility. There seems to be a mismatch between skills and location. And this is partly because of where the jobs were shed during the recession. But it's also that inertia which says, I have a mortgage, I have a home, I have children at school. I can't just easily uproot and move somewhere different. We also think there's been some reluctance on the part of employees to move, initially because of uncertainty about the recession, about the pace of recovery, but also potentially because of canny employers starting to pay the people they want to keep a little more to encourage them to stay. And that is why we seem to have a bit of a puzzle, because we have wage growth, job employment growth, vacancy growing, but we have our measure of availability, which is people putting themselves forward for work, actually falling, and has been falling quite sharply for the last 3 or 4 months. Now, I think we're very encouraged. I think inevitably some of this is teething problems in a recovering cycle. The skills shortages and the early increases in wages. Clearly, longer term, one wants to see inflation low, one wants to see wage growth controlled, not roaring away, and one wants to see increasing investment by employers in skills, in training. We want to see the universities turning out more of the graduates where there are job opportunities, particularly in things like engineering, which Britain is very good at. Britain is very good at technology too, and there's strong demand in the media and IT sectors too. So we're very well placed, I think, to be very competitive. We just need to do more of it.
Separate research from recruitment site Total Jobs revealed that the number of applications per job has fallen by 2% compared to 2013. But the study has shown that the UK has seen a healthy 22% increase in jobs within education compared to last year. Other areas that have grown include property at 19% and graduate jobs at 11%. Banking, insurance and finance jobs have stayed fairly static, only growing 1% compared to the first 3 months of 2013. Now, with the general election less than a year away, it looks like it won't be plain sailing for George Osborne. The Chancellor faces some big issues: youth unemployment, productivity and the skills gap. He really needs to tackle these issues to set in stone a strong economy.